Hey everyone, it's Lisa Danforth from lisadanforth.com on this beautiful Thursday morning. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're live or if you're watching me on the replay, I always appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to come and join me and listen with me. Today I wanted to talk about burning the boat. And how we really need to do that in order to achieve the success that we're looking for. And as you can tell by the title is you can't have one foot on shore and one foot in the boat as well, because you're always sort of in between. And I've been finding this sort of popping up a bunch lately with some clients that I'm working with, as well as just some of the business owners that I talk to, that it's really hard. Oh, thanks, Angela, for joining us. Burning the boat. I know we need to burn the boat in order to create the success that we want. Like I said, if we have one foot on shore, we're always sort of in this halfway state of doing what we need to be able to do in order to create the success that we want to create. So like I said, there's been a bunch of business owners that I've been talking to, clients that I've been talking to, that have these amazing visions of what they want to do with their business, but they always have this sort of trepidation in stepping forward. They're always questioning themselves, sort of like, okay, so if I do this, what's going to happen next? So they've got this thought in their head that it's not going to work. And if you've listened to me, you've heard me say many, many times, we live into who we believe we are, even if those beliefs aren't true. I like to use the example of an Olympic athlete. If you're an Olympic athlete, you behave as an Olympic athlete. You get up, you work out, you eat healthy, you hang out with the people that are going to lift you up, keep you on your tippy toes, and stretch you to be the best that you are, and that believe in you. And the opposite goes as well, that if you don't think of yourself as successful, if you don't think that you're capable, then you're going to live into that as well. You're going to make the choices moving forward from your business and in your career that are in alignment with what your beliefs are. Oh, thanks, Angela. Amazing visions are great. They are, aren't they? Yeah. So again, we live into who we believe we are. So if we think that we're not capable, if we're not quite sure if we're going to be able to make the move to be able to make things happen, then we sort of keep one foot on shore, one foot on the boat. But as an entrepreneur, I'm telling you, if I had lived into what other people's beliefs about me, or what I was able to succeed, I wouldn't have had the 4 businesses that I've had. I wouldn't have had the experiences that I'd want to have. And I have this one client that I'm working with right now that has this most amazing vision for this business, for this yoga, really unique yoga business. But there are people saying, you're not going to be able to make money doing that. How are you going to be able to make money doing that? So to move forward from this space of, I don't know how I'm actually going to be able to do that, it's very hard to think about the big picture. Keep that big vision in mind of what you need in order to get there. Thanks so much for the hearts, Angela. I really appreciate it. So what she's doing is she's planning, but she's taking little baby steps. Like I said, sort of keeping one foot on shore, keeping that safety, and then and one foot on the boat, sort of taking that step forward. And we really need to burn the boat in order to go for it. We need to live into our beliefs, and we need to trust our beliefs. Another thing that I've often said, I'm sure you guys have heard me say this before, is we remember things through emotion. For some reason, we can always bring up all of those negative things that has happened, the times that we've screwed up, the times that we've fallen down, the times that we've made an ass of ourselves. Boy, can we bring those up in a second, right? But we don't take those positive emotions of when we've succeeded, when we've done something and stepped outside of our boundaries, really pushed ourselves, burned the boat, taken our foot off the boat, and really been able to succeed, so that we can, when we're stepping into this larger space, this grander space that we've never occupied before, we've got that emotion to pull from our back pocket that says, hey, wait a minute, I have done this. Fear and excitement really are 2 sides of the same coin. We get to choose which one we want to move forward with. Excitement's always going to be the one that is going to move you forward. Fear is what's going to grab you by your ankles and say, don't do it, y'all going to make an ass of yourself. But if we're not willing to make an ass of ourselves, if we're not willing to get out there, if we're not willing to burn the boat, how are we going to make the traction that we want? How are we going to create the successes that we want within our life? So we've got to burn the boat. Again, if I had listened to everyone in my businesses the last 27 years of how are you going to do it? How are you going to be a success? I actually had several people ask me when I started my coaching business, so what are you going to do if you don't make it? And I found it so interesting, because I was like, what? Gosh, I never even thought about that. It doesn't occur to me because I'm going to burn the boat. If I'm going for something, I'm going for it. I freaking love it. And that's how we need to operate when we are in business for ourselves, because there's going to be so many naysayers. There's going to be so many people that are going to say, you can't do it. Oh, you know what? Who do you think you are? We have to trust in ourselves. We also have to hang out in a community that keeps us on our tippy toes, that stretches us to be the best that we can be, to really be continually striving and be supporting each other. So as we're moving forward and as we're stepping into 2018, I would just ask you, what is it that you want for 2018? What do you want from this one big, beautiful life? Because it is not a dress rehearsal. Take that vision. Really, I've got basically three tips that I'd love to share with you today on how you can burn the boat and how you can create the vision that you want and be able to create it for you. The first one, I know you guys have heard me say this before, but it's your why. Create your why. Why is it that you're doing what you're doing? Why is it that this is passionate? Why is it that it's filling your bucket? Because when we know our why, that's when we can say to the naysayers. That's when we start tripping up and we might have gone down this path that may not be working, that we can go, hey, that's not working, so I'm going to go over here. I'm not going to throw in the towel. I'm not going to throw up the white flag and say, forget it. When we know our why, it is what supports us in making the difficult decisions. And those difficult decisions may be something that you actually want to do, but it's taking you further away from your vision and your goal that you want to achieve. So know your why. And the second one is, do your due diligence. Look at the mentors that have succeeded. Look at the people within your industry and around you, whether it's in your industry or whether it's a dear friend or someone that you just really admire. How did they do it? What did they do consistently to achieve the success of where they're at? And don't be afraid to reach out and ask them. We're so afraid of stepping over boundaries, or who do we think we are to actually reach out and contact somebody. Ask them. They're probably more than happy to share. I have had people many times over the years contact me and they're in the same industry. There's enough for everyone. I like to come from a place of abundance. It's a great way to come from. And the second one is, create a community, again, that keeps you on your tippy toes, that stretches you, that invites you up, that grabs your hand, that pulls you up. Create a community and an environment around you where people have your back, not the naysayers. We're going to have the naysayers around us. We're going to have the people that are going to be continually questioning us and actually waiting for us to trip up. And we will, and that's okay, because we want to fail forward. We're going to make changes. We're going to do things that are exciting for us, and we're going to fail. But we're going to learn from that failure and fail forward. So those really are the three things. Know your why. Do your due diligence and really check out who has succeeded. What have they done? What things have they done consistently? And it's never the big things that they do consistently. Success is created through the practice of consistent practice of simple fundamentals. What have they done to get themselves there? And the third piece, create a community that has your back. And a little bonus piece, think about one thing that you can actually do today to move you closer to your vision, closer to your goal. What's one thing that you could put into place today and do consistently that would bring you closer to your goals, to make those things that you want by December 2018 available? So thank you so much. Please make a comment. Angela, I love all of the comments. Deb, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Yes, your big why is everything. I totally agree with that. But again, please create a community. Get some mentors out there. But also, if you're looking for a community of people who have your back, I'm doing a full-day workshop in Waterbury, Vermont on January 11th called Run Your Business and Balance Your Life. I'd love to have you join us. We're going to have a huge group of people, wonderful group of people that are going to be really working on how to create a business that works for you, creating a business plan for yourself. Not necessarily for the bank, though you could certainly take it to the bank, but how are you going to create a business that creates the life that you want to experience? Again, that's on January 11th in Waterbury, Vermont. Would love to have you join us. Please ping me if you have any questions, and I'll also put a link in the comments below. So thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I hope it's gorgeous where you are, because it is beautiful where I am. Snow on the ground, blue skies. It's amazing. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I am a Christmas celebrator, and love to you guys. Thanks.